Hello guys, this is Fran from New Week's Hope. First of all, I want to say welcome, Tara. It's really good to be working with you. And yeah, so let's get started with this. The topic of today comes from Dolphin 087, and that's it. I have a question. I know that there are stages to recovery, but how have you dealt with that contemplative stage where you are ambivalent and flipping back and forth between being highly motivated one day and apathetic and stuck in the ED the next? Do you think it is possible to break through the wall of ambivalence, or is this also a gradual process that will happen when it happens? Well, one thing is for sure, once you're sick, and you like your disease, and you kind of mix the person that you are with your disorder. You know, you can't separate that. And if you choose to start recovering, you need to let go of that person who is sick. You need to try to find yourself again. In my case, as it all started with inpatient, at first it was easy to be motivated because I was inpatient, so I had like the whole team with me, and I had daily meetings, and I had like all the support that I needed at that time, and I even had people watching me eat, and they would watch me after meals, you know, so I wouldn't go to the bathroom and I wouldn't purge. They would lock my bathroom and they would stay with me to avoid any attempts of purging what I ate. So in the beginning it was like I was really motivated, but then with time, I don't know what happens, but that ED thought comes back to your head. And when you find yourself in really bad situations, you know, really uncomfortable situations, it's easier for you to go back to your eating habits, you know. It's kind of a comfort that you have, you know. I don't know why we think that feeding our eating disorder, we are going to get away from the other things. Maybe because we get so numb, we get so occupied with the eating thoughts that it's easier to deal with the problems or forget about the problems that we have. And it's very dangerous because a lot of relapses can happen during these times when you are like torn between, you know, recovering or not recovering. It's like if you have an angel in one side and like the little devil in the other side, and they are both talking to you at the same time, and they have to fight. They are going to fight, but then the angel must win the devil. Sometimes the devil is going to be stronger, and then you can have a relapse. If you have 1-2 days of relapse, you can't bring you down, you know, because it's something that can happen, and there isn't such thing as a perfect recovery process. You are going to have relapses, and you have to know how to deal with them. You know, it's one day. Yesterday was one day. Today is another day. So it's another day to start. It's another chance that you have to restart your recovery process. And don't think that because of only one relapse you have thrown away all the progress you had already made before that. No, it can happen. And when you are down, when you feel that your eating disorder wants to take control of you again, it's really important for you to be surrounded by people that are gonna give you strength and that are gonna give you support to fight against the disorder. You know, like I have a team of professionals taking care of me, but I also have amazing friends and family. And I don't know, like this last weekend I was really, really down and I had a relapse. But then yesterday, instead of staying at home, stuck at home with my disorder, I decided to talk to a friend So this friend could help me, see that there are other things besides my eating disorder. And fighting an eating disorder is really, really hard. It's a lot of work. It is like, I never thought it would be so difficult to fight that, because we think that it's difficult to have an eating disorder, but it's even more difficult to fight that. But it's worth it, because you don't want to have your life based on how much you weigh and what you eat, and you don't want to deal with your emotions just through, through the behavior that you have with food, with the relationship that you have with food, And it is hard, but it's really worth it. And if you get like the right team working with you, if you have the right friends, you need to have friends that you trust and that you can tell the things for them, you can open up with them, because it really helps. And if they don't understand, because most of them are not going to understand this, it's something that most of the people say, oh my God, but eating is so good, how come you don't like that? Then you have to try to educate them and be as honest as possible about what's going on in your head and why you don't do this and why you don't do that. And the simple fact of sharing the secret is already a big step that you take. And I still have my days that I relapse. As I said, this last weekend was really hard for me, but then I stand up again and I keep on moving, because there's so much in life that I want to live, and I know that if I keep on having the behavior of my eating disorder, I'm not going to live that, because I won't be alive to live that, So hopefully one day it will disappear, like my eating part will disappear. It's like sometimes if I have two personalities, one that is sick and the other one that is not sick. But at least I have the one that is not sick with me, and I really enjoy the moments that I have that I don't feel sick and that I don't let my eating disorder control my life. So it makes me even stronger to fight against this disorder. So I believe that one day, eventually the eating part will disappear, and I'm gonna be only one, and the one who is cured. But the thing that you have to remember is that one relapse is not a big deal. It happens to all of us. And the thing that you have to keep in mind is that if you want to have a future, if you have plans in your life, you won't be able to achieve those goals that you have if you keep on having eating disorder behaviors, because your life is going to be taken before you achieve those goals. Maybe you're going to achieve some of them, but not all of them. So if you want to have a future, that's like the highest motivation that I have nowadays. It's to live. I don't want to die. I'm 30 years old. I don't want to die. I want to live. I want to live at least for another 50 years or something like that. So I need to be healthy to do that. And get surrounded by positive people and people that can lift your spirit. Okay, so I hope I answered your question, and I'll see you guys next Monday. Take care.